Lotarogar. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, everyone's favorite Orc Warrior, and it's time for another Orc Mode workout. And in keeping with these longer full body workouts, we've taken out all the warm-ups, other than maybe a little bit of my ramping on the deadlifts, because again, we don't need these to turn into 20-minute videos, which is what could end up happening, you know, if we include all the warm-ups and everything. So we're just going straight to the work sets. I bumped the weight slightly on the squat. I feel like, you know, I tried to do 370 for my sets of 5. I think I came up a rep short on the final set. But again, I feel like if possible, I need to increase weight, even if it means a pound or two here using the micro plates, just trying to get a little more tension during this. So again, trying to hold on to as much muscle as possible during this cut. So I didn't swoosh today. I'd hoped, because it seems like Mondays are when I tend to swoosh. I ended up being 220 today instead of the 219 I was last Monday. I know I was in a caloric deficit last week. I know I lost body fat. And I've talked to you guys a lot in the past about swooshes and stuff and how they work from a biology perspective and why that happens. So who knows? I could end up being 216 come next Monday. It's depending on what I eat over the weekend. But my Friday night, I did have a little bit more food. I had fajitas, and it did put some extra water on, and I'm fine with that because I kept my diet on point the whole weekend and dropped almost all of it back off. So we'll just kind of see what happens. Just stay tight on my diet and keep going with it. But this third set was very, very taxing. I haven't even seen any of my footage for any of this stuff yet. I just finished the training and threw it all up on here. A lot of people are asking, how long do these workouts take? They take, depending on how I space them out, 2 or 3 hours. You know, I tend to take breaks at certain points. Sometimes in the middle of this, I'll take a 30-minute break to either do some cooking, get some online stuff done, work on some other stuff. So, you know, that's just how it goes. So today was about 2 hours. I didn't get started till 11 o'clock. I did not get started till 11. And then I took about a 15-minute break in the middle after my rows because I had some stuff, some phone calls and stuff I needed to make. So I needed to sort some business out. And so yeah, so it's pretty much 2 hours today. A lot of days I like to try to finish before noon. I finished this about 1 o'clock. I like to have all this stuff done by noon when possible. So I have all my morning videos done, and then I can just kind of chillax and recover and everything the rest of the day. And work on whatever else I need to get done. Socializing, relaxing, time with the dog. But, you know, the weight loss is coming along. Like I said, it's not going to be super fast no matter what we do because I have a fair amount of body fat to lose. I'm definitely, people are noticing a difference. My clothes fit different. I look different. There's a ways to go, but I'm going to go the distance. You know, at this point, I feel like I have all of this under control. I'm dealing with some really stressful real-life situations that I'm not going to really make public right now, and somehow I'm managing to mitigate all that stress of that. It's totally personal stuff, friend and family type stuff. Has some major stuff going on. You know, very life-changing stuff, and I'm managing all of that really well. Again, I'm not going to discuss any of that on the internet, but actually, I'm developing better eating habits to the point to where I'm not stress eating. In spite of some of those things, which for me, it is a positive thing. So you guys noticed I changed the weight slightly on the close grip. I felt like I wasn't going to be able to get all my sets of 5 with the weight I had on, so I pulled 5 pounds off. I dropped it all the way back down to, you know, 265. Yeah, I had 270 on for my first set of 5. I just felt like it was a little slow, and I wouldn't be able to get all my sets of 5 with that weight. So I pulled 5 pounds off. And it ended up being kind of challenging. Even the last rep was challenging. So that was a good call because that would have turned into a 4-rep set otherwise. But the weights were challenging. And that's what we're shooting for. You know, lift what I'm able to lift. And if I have to adjust the weights in the middle of the workout, adjust the weights in the middle of the workout. Increase when I can, decrease when I'm forced to. But the goal is to hit, you know, my target reps. And, you know, I might not gain much strength till this cut is over, which means I might not see any significant strength gains, even though I'm trying to here and there, other than, you know, stuff on the deadlift because my hook grip's getting better, so I'm going to be able to keep increasing that. I just feel like because there's so much cutting to be done, I may have to deal with the strength levels I'm at for now for the duration. You know, I might have to stick it all the way out, and then when I'm done cutting, then I can work on strength at the same body weight or whatever I need to do. But I'm not going to be bulking, at least for a very, very, very long time, because I feel like I really need to be at kind of change my body set points, like whatever body weight I end up kind of getting to and say, okay, I'm done cutting. And I haven't decided that yet. Told you guys 205 is the goal for this year, right? 205 at 15% or lower body fat. That's the goal. I don't know where I'm going to go after that. Will I probably keep cutting after that? Probably. I know that won't be lean enough to make a YouTube audience happy. So, you know, I'll probably go further from there. Just a question of how lean do I want to get? Well, whatever body weight I decide to get to, I'm probably going to need to maintain there a while, you know? And once I'm able to maintain at a body weight, then I'm going to be able to, I think, push numbers up a little bit, adjust volume. And it may not even be going over to pure weight increases. It may be going to 5x5 instead of 3x5. Trying to build whatever weights I'm doing 3x5s with to try to build 5x5s with it. All right? And then go from there. And maybe even recomp from there. And maybe not even bulk at all. But that's the other point to consider. If I go down under 200 pounds at any point in there, I may need to say, okay, I need to stay under 200. And build strength and recomp from there. It's not easy to do in your 40s, but you know, I've got a lot of experience in the iron game. I've got a lot of knowledge to work with. If anybody's going to pull it off, I think I'm a good candidate for it. So we'll see what I can do from there. But I feel like I'm going to go the distance here because I've got an eating pattern down that I can live with and I'm comfortable with, that I don't really feel deprived. Avoided real cheap food other than, I mean, I had fajitas, but even then it was what? Beans, rice, tortillas, a lot of veggies, and lean strips of steak. That's like the closest thing I've had to a cheat meal in months. It was good, but it was, you know, actually, and it was on a training day, so pretty reasonable. But outside of that, you know, I mean, it's pretty brotastic, and there's nothing magical about what I'm eating. You know, the same stuff everyone else eats. They're cutting body weight, the high satiety, nutrient-dense, high-protein foods. And some of it's just learning to like them, or learning just what to put on the foods to make them taste good. That's been the other thing, because it's been trying to choke down pounds and pounds of chicken hasn't been easy. Other than now, I've learned just to kind of flavor it the way I want. And you know, a little bit goes a long way. A little Alfredo sauce, a little pesto sauce, which, you know, gives me just a little bit of extra fat in my diet. Because I'd run, I think, too low of fat for a while. You know, seems to be working pretty well. Seems to be working pretty well. And again, feel like I've got it balanced out. You know, in spite of some other turmoil and stuff going on in my life, balancing all of it pretty well. And I don't know, maybe that's going to be kind of what the orc mode diet's going to be about too. If I ever turn this into a system for people like me, people who are chronic overeaters perhaps, need certain eating patterns, who still want to be jacked, they want to be orky. Might have some suggestions there. And I think it'll fit well within the concept of this training style, which is always going to be performance-based. You know, it's form follows function. Yeah, you can get big. Yeah, you can gain a lot of muscle. But it's because you're strong, right? And if you're trying to gain muscle without strength, you're going to need a lot of drugs to pull that off, or you're going to be a genetic freak. Everybody else, that's what it's about. I bumped the weight slightly today for the hook grip on the deficit deadlifts. It was a little tough on my thumb skin. It didn't hurt, but I did notice my skin's a little worse for wear afterwards. Didn't tear it, but it's definitely scuffed up. So that wasn't bad. I think that's pretty good for deficit so far, building up. And I may stick with that weight for a little while. We'll keep increasing it. I mean, eventually I will get to a point to where I do 500 every workout or more with that hook grip. Then we did the cheat curls. And yeah, these are turning into a mainstay. And, you know, I may eventually throw in some compound type tricep extensions eventually, but I feel like I got 2 tricep exercises every workout between the close grip bench press, the weighted dips, and the press. Probably enough there. But if I need more tricep work, I need more tricep work. It depends on what we need to look orky, doesn't it? But these cheat curls, I think, are going to help just kind of bring up my worst body part, the biceps. So that's why I'm going to keep doing them at the end of each workout. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.